Hello, everybody. This is Tim Kaysen, and I'm going to be talking about my protagonist. See, in the near future, I'm going to make a manga, and so, of course, I have a protagonist. But I also have a brother, which has a protagonist as well. And so, the thing I want to talk about is why my protagonist, at least why I think my protagonist will work. But first, let me tell you about my character. So my protagonist's name is Dark. Um, I'm just not good at making names, that's why his name is Dark. But that is his name. But the name also has a reason and it fits with his character. My character is actually all black. His skin, eyes, tongue, teeth, everything is black. He also wears all black. Now you may see that as maybe emo, like my friend said, but I really don't give a shit because that's not really how he acts at all. But I'll get into how he acts in a minute. But even his clothing is black. He wears a hoodie and sweatpants and black Air Force Ones, which is a point of his character. Now, I'm pretty sure you already know why the shoes. You already know like about the shoes, so I don't really need to say why he's wearing those because I think you already understand it. To me, one word to describe him is menace. Now, you're probably wondering why do you? Well, hold on. Before let me elaborate on menace. Um, so he he's rude in a sense to basically everybody. And he's not just like he's kind of a little bit justifiable rude. Like it's actually hard to explain because I don't want to say any like moments in my anime, not even like the littlest ones, only because I am going to be trying to make this manga slash anime, whatever you want it to be. Um, so I don't really know how to explain it. It's just that he is like rude to everybody. It's just as simple as it basically a menace. It's as simple as that. I just wanted to say real quick to give you an idea of Dark, as like modern references, so you can kind of understand him. He acts sort of like he's a mixture between Guts, in anime, Deadpool, pretty sure you know that, and sort of like Saitama and Walter White. Um, but that's a staple in his character, him being rude. And you're wondering, how does that work with a protagonist? The protagonist being rude. Usually, everybody's like used to seeing a protagonist that's above all, true hero, Deku, like all those type of characters. And mine's a little bit different. Now, there is one reason why I think mine will work is a Light Yagami. Now, Light Yagami was actually pretty much the villain of his anime, and I actually like that because that's sort of like my anime. But the reason I bring this up, and as I said in the beginning, there's a difference between my brother's anime and my anime. I bring this up because, a little while back and sort of recently, I'm still being told that my anime character wouldn't work because of the way he acts. That, he's rude, that kind of thing. And so I was also told that my character has to be, um, like, he has to have a redemption, which unfortunately I did put in my anime because I was told that he has to have a redemption because nobody would like him if he didn't. Now, when I say redemption, I'm not. He doesn't have a full-on actual redemption. Like he's still himself towards the end of the anime. Now, you may see that as a spoiler, but it's not really. It's just kind of like a description of the anime. So like, it's pretty like a summary. It's pretty simple. But here's why I disagree with that. Your anime character has to a be justified or be a Deku type of character. Because if you look at it, tell me, like, because if you actually look in, like, you see like TikToks of characters, or you see like anything else, what do you usually see? Those, you always see those like Sigma males characters, right? And I was watching a video of like why they work so well or something like that, because they're like a literally me character. Now, Dark isn't a literally me character. If you don't really know that term, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like you connect with the character in some way, but it's not like you actually genuinely connect with the character, because you can't really connect with like characters like Patrick Bateman, because you're really not like that at all. Like, you're just not really like him. But that's kind of like Dark. Dark is relatable in the sense that you can understand him and feel sympathy for him and feel empathy. Even though he is rude all the time, he's still, like I said, justifiable. Why? Because most of the time that he's rude, he's A, rude to people who are, villains, or, bad guys, or he's rude to basically innocent people who are like drunk and they're just touching him or something like that. That's another part of his character, is that he just doesn't like to be touched. So, in a sense, he's not just rude out of like really nowhere. I mean, he would say like a joke here and there, and it could be a rude joke, but at the same time, he's not specifically trying to be rude to that person if it's the joke type. Um, but like I said, the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I was told that I need to, my character either needs to be justified or be a Deku type of character that's like all hero and stuff like that. And I'm here to tell you why it's not. Because if you can't tell, um, every character, I've never seen a character be hated just because they're rude. Like, there of course are characters that are hated because they're bad. Like, they're just a bad character. Like, not that they're like a bad guy. It's just because they're just a horrible character in general. Like, they're ass of a character. Like, I don't want to watch this character because he makes no sense half the time. Um, he's just complete utter ass of a character. But that's not Dark, and that could be bias coming from me because I'm making the character. But again, that really isn't Dark to me when I look at it, because I know he has story. He has meaning behind him too. Because to me, when I talk about my anime, the life lesson or meaning of my anime is to always be yourself and nothing's impossible. The next video I'm going to be making is why that is, sort of, basically, the nothing's impossible. Because I have a friend and a brother who always be talking about my anime, acting as if it's just not gonna be liked in A, because of what he does in my anime, which is for the next video, or how he acts, which I completely disagree. You could tell in at least maybe in the 1940s, but we not there no more. What we are in the 20th century. So as you can tell, a lot of people are starting to like characters like Patrick Bateman, Travis Bickle. Like, you can tell they're liking them, not because, well, not because they just, oh, I love seeing people being rude. Oh, I love seeing people being like psychopaths and stuff like that. It's really because it's now I don't really know the video I watched because I watched it a little while ago. But if you really need to understand, just go watch a video of why people like these like Sigma males nowadays. Especially another thing that I want to talk about was another example is Guts from Berserk. Now, I'm pretty sure that's a well-known anime and manga, especially how it's coming back now. So I'm assuming a lot of you would probably know it, and I don't really want I don't really want to explain it because I'm pretty sure you would know it. So it's just wasting time on the video. But like I was saying, was he's like Guts in a sense. Like, if you've read the manga, if you only watch the anime, you're probably not gonna understand that. But if you read the manga, the first manga, and then after five and you know going on, he is a lot more rude than anybody. Like, if you really do look at it, like he is actually rude to characters like Puck, but the reason why we like him is because you could tell that he isn't all like rude. He's relatable in a sense because we could feel sympathy and empathy for him. Um, to me personally, when I'm making my anime, I just don't have any restrictions. After that day that and my friend told me, oh, he has to be like he has to have a redemption, he has to be justifiable kind of thing. People gotta like they're only gonna like him if he's not doing all these things, like he's not being rude. After that day, um, I literally was like, nah, I'm not gonna be doing that no more. I'm not going to be like changing up my anime because someone told me to, because they think that this is way more fitting. And whenever I'm making a manga, this isn't just like this could be like corny or something like that. But whenever I'm making my anime, and whenever say like if you are, probably nobody's watching this. Even if you are, don't let someone tell you that something's wrong about your anime. Now, if it genuinely like, because yes, it could be a problem, but if it's like a problem like that when there's a little bit like kind of evidence behind it that it could work out, don't let someone just say changing your anime because then it's just their anime at that point, and you don't want that. You want to make your own anime. Um, and I'm glad that I kind of realized that, and I started to make my anime to what I kind of want my anime to be, in a sense. And so I'm going to be making another video. Yes, this is the ending. I'm going to be making another video on Dark, and this is going to trigger a lot of people if they do watch this, but it makes sense to me, so I don't really see the problem, if you get me. So if you enjoy this video, probably go check out the next video.